Once rice has been harvested, it needs to be dried. For farmer Odase Habineza and his family, that process can be just as exhausting as the actual harvest. But it's vital. If the rice isn't dried quickly enough, it starts to go moldy and develop toxins which are carcinogenic and can even be lethal. So every day for weeks on end, they have to lay the rice out in the sun. It takes about a month to dry 5 tons of rice.
It's difficult to dry our crops with this method, especially when it rains. During the harvest, we lose a lot of time because we have to dry when the sun is shining, and it takes us many days. If we had drying machines, we could save time and dry our crops efficiently and avoid losing produce.
Many other farmers have the same problem because mold doesn't only affect rice. It's also a problem with other types of grain such as corn, also known as maize. But drying machines are expensive. Farmer Jean Sibomana can't afford to rent a machine, despite the recent good harvests.
Last year, 2020, when we harvested around 80 tons of maize, and we lost more than 30 tons because of aflatoxin, because it was heavy raining around that time. We didn't have any system just to use to dry our maize and store in an appropriate way.
Then the farmer came across young entrepreneur Thierry Shema through a report in the local newspaper. The trained environmental engineer developed a small portable drying machine. He has now built 3 such devices. He and his team bring them to the farmers and set them up on site. The idea behind it is simple.
We use on-farm waste. So it's like after threshing maize, these maize cobs, which are usually rejected and sometimes thrown away, they are the ones that we burn, and then the thermal energy generated from maize cobs, they are used for drying.
The machine emits hardly any carbon dioxide, so it's more environmentally friendly than conventional grain dryers that run on diesel. The portable devices can dry rice, corn, or beans. Not only are they easy to assemble, the service costs less than half the price of borrowing a diesel-powered dryer. The farmer pays Thierry Shema the equivalent of 180 euros to dry his 15-ton harvest. It's such a success, the company has been inundated with orders. In this harvest season, at least 60 farmers are still waiting for his team and their mobile dryers.